to WNBA Swish player profile. I'm joined from the University of Iowa by Molly Davis and Sydney Affolter. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yes, I got one right. Okay. What was it about Iowa for each of you that made you want to go there?
First of all, I think they have a great coaching staff, great teammates, but most of all, they have a great fan base. For me, coming from a smaller school, that's really something that I look for, is kind of like a home away from home, knowing that I'm gonna move a little further away, and so just knowing that, I think that was one of the biggest things, the reason why I chose Iowa.
Yeah, for me, like Molly said, like I think the culture is super special here. Kind of nowhere else, I think, has a culture like Iowa. And like she said, like the fan base, like there's obviously no pro sports teams in Iowa, so the college teams here are pretty important to our fans, which is really cool as a athlete playing here.
For you, Sydney, I got a question. I know, Molly, you said you came from a smaller school. I happen to be fairly familiar with Marist because they were one of my rival schools when I went to high school. I went to a school called Gordon Tech. So Sydney, like, how was it adjusting from there, from Chicago, going to Iowa? Was it difficult at all?
For any incoming freshman, it is a big adjustment. You go from being the star in high school, like and AAU, and you kind of start over. That was a big adjustment for me. I think I learned a lot my freshman year. And you do get better, even though you don't get the experience on the floor. You learn from the players above you. But I don't think it was a big adjustment like off the court either. Like I said, like the culture is very family-like here, so I didn't feel like too homesick, and I made some really good friends right away, especially within the team. So that was a big help in moving, obviously.
And Molly, for you, coming from a smaller area, was that made it easier to adjust?
Just having that college experience was obviously made it a little bit easier. But I think the biggest difference is just like the level of physicality. I mean, I played in a conference where, I mean, I'm 5'6". I mean, and so I think I was like probably one of the, I'd say middle of the pack in terms of height on my team. And then coming here, I'm the shortest by a wide margin. I don't think we've played a team where someone's been 5'6" before. So I think that just puts into perspective the kind of athletes that you see in the Big Ten. And that's kind of been a big adjustment for me.
Nobody comes after you for the shortness, right?
No, never. None of my own teammates, that's for sure.
How's the team chemistry with you guys? Is it real good? Does that help deal with the pressure and some of the stuff that comes from being a top ranked school?
I think the chemistry we have here, I think we're all such great friends, and I think we've come to like learn our roles too, which is super important. Like you can't have 15 stars on one team. And I think we do talk about that a lot, knowing your role. But I think just having great relationships on and off the court has helped us be really successful.
I mean, Sid kind of covered everything. I think we have great team chemistry, and those, just knowing our role and building those strong relationships, I think takes us to the next level.
A couple teammate questions. Who is the funniest on the team? Goofiest, funniest?
I would say Monica's pretty funny.
I was going to say Monica too. She makes me laugh.
Sometimes like unintentionally funny.
Yeah. That's so true.
Yeah. I would give it to Monica.
Tell them about your visit.
Oh yeah. So when I entered the transfer portal, I obviously took a visit here to Iowa, and the first time that I'm meeting the team is in the locker room, and we're all kind of just like sitting in a circle. Whatever. There's Caitlin and Kate are sitting on the couch, and they're getting ready. They're putting their shoes on, getting ready for to go to weights, and apparently. Kate had put a fake cockroach in Caitlin's shoe. And so like when I walked in, all I hear is Caitlin screaming at the top of her lungs, and only to find out that Kate had put a cockroach in Caitlin's shoe.
You don't like the Bucks, huh?
Yeah. So that was my first interaction that I had with the team, and so yeah, I'd probably say Kate's the prankster.
Best singer on the team.
I think we have a lot of people that think they are the singer
Think
on
they
the
are?
team.
Yeah, I think AJ
I
sings the
I
most.
would say AJ's always singing in the shower. So
Yeah.
I'd probably say AJ.
Anybody going to win the gold ticket on American Idol?
Absolutely not.
I wouldn't go
No.
far.
How about most serious on the team?
Serious?
Mhm.
I would say McKenna. McKenna
Oh
always,
yeah.
she's like super fun and everything, but she's like, especially in the game, like nothing phases her. Like she's got the same face if she makes a three or if she turns the ball over. Like she's just like locked in all the time.
Yeah. I would agree. Yeah.
What lessons has coach taught you the most? Like what sticks out in your mind?
For me and like in the position me and Molly are in, I think we've both kind of learned like obviously like we have our 5 starters and like our positions are really important, but we're also in a tough position where we don't necessarily know like how we're gonna play or when we're gonna play. And so I think them telling us to like always be ready, always be locked in, like practice how you're gonna play. I think that's really stuck with me. Like I think me and Molly both work our butt off, whether we play 20 minutes or we play 5 minutes. I think just being ready whenever our name's called has been super important.
The importance of hard work is something that Coach Bluter kind of reiterates, making sure that, we're getting in the gym, getting extra shots up, just stuff like that. I think just the importance of hard work and how far that can take you is one of the biggest lessons that she's taught on the basketball court and off the basketball court as well.
What's campus like? Is there a lot to do? What do you guys do for fun on campus?
All like, I think besides the freshmen and maybe like 1 or 2 other people on the team, there's like 10 of us and our managers that all live in the same apartment building. So that's pretty fun. Like we're always hanging out, but I think there's a decent amount to do.
There's some good food places.
Yeah, there's some
Encounter Cafe. If you're ever in Iowa City, that's a place you got to go.
Where is it? Encounter Cafe?
The Encounter Cafe, yeah.
For each of you, what is either a fun fact or a talent or a hobby that folks wouldn't realize each of you have?
One of my biggest hobbies is that I like to do in my free time would be riding my dirt bike. I don't think that's something that most people would know about me. So
a hobby of mine that I really enjoy is doing yoga.
Does it center you?
I guess so. I took a class this semester and I actually really enjoyed it. So I kind of stuck with it. And I think everyone knows that I like it because I talk about it a lot.
I tried taking
very
one. I fell asleep when I took it, so they didn't let me come back. Sydney Affolter and Molly Davis from the University of Iowa. Be sure to keep climbing in those standings and go far in the tournament. And thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Take care.
You too.